more circle punch ideas because I don't want to give back my friend's 2-inch circle punch. So I got another project using it before I have to give it back. Welcome to the messy junk room where we create whatever. I am just having a lot of fun making these little tag pockets, I guess you could call them, with the circles. And I am just loving how they've turned out. I want to make a few more while I still have the 2-inch punch. I cut up my master board. I wanted a neutral background, and I cut a 12 by 12 down. This is 3 inches across and 6 inches down. And I've got quite a few bases now because I used a 12 by 12 master board. I want to do one. I know I have some journals coming up that I need ephemera for. One is a bird journal. So I found these little gaffers that are looking at each other, and I thought, ooh, that would be good to have this kind of thing where they're facing each other. And then I got some butterflies. I have a garden journal I want to do. So I got some butterflies, bits and bobs and pieces. You can use your scrap paper for this project. You can use any punches that you have. You just need 2 different sizes. This is the 3-inch punch, I believe. It doesn't tell me. But that's perfect for this size of tag or journal card, whatever you want to make yours as. I've rounded the corners on some, and this one I am turning into a tag. I got some paper. I'm gonna go with this set. It can also be this set, double-sided. Is great for this project because then you don't have to try to coordinate. It's done for you. And you need 3 of the large circles. Now we have a few more we can play with here. I'm thinking this one would be good for the top. Cut that in half. Bring this one. I think I'm going to do that. Cut this one in half. And I get to keep that bird. Put that there. And then we could have a bird there. Oh, and a bird there. Do that. And then cut this one in half. You can also just keep it on the same side, like that. And then we need the 2-inch punch. There's bugs on this one. That will look very nice. Yep. Let's punch out some more bugs. Because they're going in different journals. Let's get some stuff out of here. Now you can put a little notch in with one of your smaller punches, or however you make your notches. Oops. I like putting them both in at the same time so that they're the same, although I never quite get it centered. Oh, that's better. This is not my favorite punch. I have a smaller one somewhere in this messy junk room. I'm going to use Jumbo Java to ink everything up. I think these are only quick if you have things at the ready for when you start to decorate. That's what takes the longest, is the decorating. And you have to think small because the circles are small. Whoop. Which way am I doing? Yep, that's right. You don't have to ink. You don't have to sew. Now, the others that I've done, I haven't sewn yet, but I do want to sew around the edges. I thought about sewing the circles, which I might do for one of them, just being mindful that your stitches will close up that circle a little bit more. Let's get these back in order here. Oh, this one was going to go this way. These are going to go on the same side. And they go like that. You can sew them before you put them on. Probably the best idea. But I'm just going to glue just around half the edge here with my art glitter glue. Just checking that there's nothing hanging off the edge. Won't need to decorate this one. The bird there. And then same thing for this side. Decide which stuff you want to cover up. You have a couple options besides sewing. I'm just going to leave that. That's a nice writing spot if I use this as a standalone piece. It could be a pocket, it could be a belly band, whatever you want it to be for in your journal. If you've sewn and you're done that, then you can glue the whole thing down. Or if you want a tuck spot on these or a pocket, you can just glue whichever sides you want. But for me, I'm going to glue it all down because I don't want to add more bulk. So I'm just trying to get it centered. And same with these. I'm just gonna, the same with this one, just glue it down. Try to line it up with this one because I just like that look. You could also decorate the background, like you put, do some stamping, do some inking, plates, watercolors. But for me, I'm just leaving it plain. And then these tuck inside, supposedly. There we go. You can cover these with some coffee dyed paper so it can be a little writing spot, or you can just leave them as is and then you decorate them. So that butterfly is going to be too big. I think I pulled out a lot of him. I bet this butterfly, that's kind of glary. He might work. Just a little bit big. That one could work. What about this one? Do I want them the same or do I like them different? Or do I need to go get different ones? He kind of gets lost. I like the contrast in that one. And I'm just looking at my birds here. I could trim around him a little bit more. He'd take up the whole circle. Let me find another one of these. I don't think it really needs a lot because it's a busy background. Definitely need black thread. And I think I'm going to just add some script. That just adds a little something. It kind of pushes the bugs back. Get some black thread. Just bunch this up. Like that. Oh, come on. And then this one. This is just the cheapy thread from the dollar store. Just glue those down. going to be a problem getting that in and out. So that's what that looks like. You can decorate these up any way you wish. So I'm going to say this one is done for now. Now we could do some decorating here. Do like a mini collage. Maybe something like that. I think this is too wide. Just do a mini collage right here. Whoops. Like that. And then the ticket. Harvest the other side. That there, or we could go across. Get up and down. Oh, maybe switch this. And then put that on top. Let's just glue it down. We could put a sentiment across there. Did I see some words somewhere? Let's see, we'd have to make it small. Put believe there. And then I put that one across there. Let's ink it a little bit. I suppose you could mass make these and do like all the bases and then all the circles. I suppose that could work. And then all the decorating, depending on if you know what journal they're going in. There, that one is done. Now for the other one that I had, I want to sew, and I'm going to sew this and I'll be back in a jiffy. This is what it looks like when it's just sewn around. I might even go back and do it again because this side went a little more wonkier than this side. Although I must say, I'm very impressed with my sewing around those two curves. But there, we'll call that one done. This is what it looks like when you've sewn around the circles and the base, and they'll fit this way. And this one, oh, I don't know, he's not going to fit very much inside the circle because I came too far. Got a little excited and went too fast. So that cuts down on how far that will go in, but it's all right. I don't mind the threads hanging. So we'll pop this one right there. I don't need all of these threads. And then this one for the bottom. And we're going to line this one up. Right. Whoa, come back. There. So now I just need to decorate these. And I was thinking of using the bird, but I'm not going to because I got a bird here. I'm also going to do the script. This script stamp just stays on my block because it's my favorite script one. Across. A little bit faded at the bottom there. Okay, let's go back in. Line them up again. Just come in. And hope for the best. There we go, good enough. Now I really like having these ladies on these circles. I don't know why, but I think they look so cool. I'm going to go back to that, to my little people. My people come from everywhere. Some are digi-kits, some are stickers, some were freebies. And I'm looking for a little bit of a darker one for the contrast because the later ones get lost. Like I said, the decorating takes the longest amount of time, especially if you're not sure. I do like this one, so we'll cut this one out. I'm also looking for whatever my focal point is. So in this case, people, I'm looking for easy to cut out. Some of her will actually come off. Kind of like that. Or even like that. I'm not sure about this one. some of them, they don't have really defined lines. It can be tricky. They're both kind of looking the same way, aren't they? If we look at ones I've done, just made little collages in the background. Which means we need to get our little labels out. But I have my numbers right here. I have harvested these from different places. Numbers are everywhere. And I never realized it until watching Carrie the Crafter harvest numbers. And since that video, he's right. You see them everywhere. And same with words. I never realized words were everywhere. And still, until I started harvesting words for raw art, found poetry. These could be the lady's favorite numbers. And I've noticed lately I've been working with tiny things. So we could put her up a little bit, maybe put 13 there, maybe something like that. And then something to go across. That's too big. But here's maybe cut this, trim it a little bit more. Oh my goodness, straight lines. But I'm not the only one that struggles with that. So we could put, I don't know, is that a name? Maybe. Maybe I'm changing my mind. Something like that. Because I don't want to be here all day. Where can we put her off to the side a little more? Do that. Put that in there. Okay, that's where I want her. So I'm just gonna put a dab of glue there at her head, because that's the position I want her. And this one, okay, wait. Oh, I should have checked that first. I should have got a person looking the other way. Oh well. I'm gonna just trim this so I know where she ends. Same with this one. I can put her in there, and this one's not glued down yet. So if I put that in there, and her roughly there, little bit there. So I'll cut this so I know where she ends and where the bits and bobs can go. So because there's a straight line there, I want to definitely cover that up so that can go about there. Add her number there, and maybe one other little piece. I don't need numbers. I think it's upside down. And then the wax seal is very big. Maybe this little heart one. That right there. Put numbers here. Kind of like them bumped up like that, and then put the wax seal down first. Trim, and we'll see what we have. Glue this part down. And she'll slide right in there. This one, I could put this behind. The glue spread out a little bit here. There we go. Glue that one there. Shoes. That's this number here. Oh, 3 and 3. No, I don't want that then. Bring this across like that. This is, oh, yep, I can make that work. Funny how some things just jump and then others don't. Okay, I'm happy with this, so let's put this down. I liked it. A little bit tilted. I like this going across so we can glue her down a little bit better. I liked that going across. And we'll trim and see what we have. I like the idea of a butterfly, but I'd have to find a really tiny one. I waffled for a very long time. And then just settled for this. So she'll go right in there. Oh, she looks a little funny just because of those shadows there. So she'll go in there. Couldn't decide between flowers and butterflies, but I think this one is my favorite one. I don't know. But let's see what it looks like. I'm going to get my vintage journal out where I did Frankenfurth paper. This just comes right off so I don't squish her flowers. And then the ribbon comes off. And I just need to find a special place for it. It could probably go anywhere. I loved making this. Really, it could go anywhere on any page. Maybe on a whiter page. Seems to be a little more here in the back than in the front. Yeah. So let's go back to the front. Oh, decisions. Oh, the front is pretty full too. Oh. Right here. I think I'll put that right there. And to leave an option, I'm going to turn it into a pocket. Not that I need more pockets, but it's good to have options. Whoops. Here we go. I think that's straight. I have to hold it down for a few minutes for the glue to catch. I made this writing board not too long ago for a challenge. Oh, that helps. Very good. And that's what it looks like in a journal. And then you could decorate up these, but you don't have to. I love it. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.